don't have your program, we don't know the order to follow. Is that the program? Who will do that? Hey, Godwin, buy me some food, Professor Onígbìdé. Professor Onígbìdé, the way I come, and we are all chains together. Ẹjọ́ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́sàn-án yìí?
It's not too much again. It's supposed to be. Mommy is with the other. your chop finish. Yeah, keep your cooler. Except they don't put on the chairs. That's what we're waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, shall we please rise
Please, let's rise.
as the procession of the inductees comes in? Thank you.
Moses! Moses! Where's the mic? We're not using microphone for now. Let me know what happened.
Procession of inductees, please. Quick housekeeping. Please note that once procession is coming in, you have to remain standing. Please stand and remain standing.
Like that.
No. Thank you. Now the academic staff procession. Academic staff procession, please. All right, while we await the Vice Chancellor's procession, may I please ask us to take our seats as I call on the university band to keep the atmosphere here lively. Meanwhile, before they start that, housekeeping quickly, please, when the Vice Chancellor's procession comes in, you will stand and remain standing. And that's how we'll remain until we begin the program with the diverse anthems. And let's put our phones on silent mode or vibration mode. We do not entertain external photographers inside the hall, neither do we allow people to spray anyone with money. Please let's comport ourselves. This induction ceremony is marked by decorum and decency, and we believe we'll all enjoy it together. The university band, over to you, please.
If I had known the life I was searching for was looking me right in the eye. Oh, if I had known the life I was searching for was already my home.
àìmásìkò ló ń dààmú ẹ̀dá o.
ọ̀rọ̀ mi Olúwa ló wà. àìmásìkò ló ń dààmú ẹ̀dá o. ọ̀rọ̀ mi mi ṣe bàbá kó máa kọjá bí ọláyé. Àìmásìkò ló dààmú ẹ̀dá. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́ Olúwa lọ́wọ́. Àìmásìkò ló dààmú ẹ̀dá. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́ Olúwa lọ́wọ́. Èdùmàrè sọ̀rọ̀ mi dayọ̀ wá dúpẹ́. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Èdùmàrè sọ̀rọ̀ wá dayọ̀ wá dúpẹ́. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Orí burúkú kì í ṣe tiwa ò ẹ̀bẹ̀ lábẹ́. Hallelujah, hallelujah. I wanna wake up on the moon, dancing to my tunes. Is it too much? It's not too much. I wanna be your dolphins, the fishes were horses. Is it too much? It's not too much. She put more body me, but two others I got to say. She put more body me. Ọmọ ọba ìmọ̀ ìṣojo, ọmọ ọba ìmọ̀ ìfòyà, ọmọ ọba ni mí. I wanna wake up on the moon, dancing to my tune. Is it too much? It's not too much. I wanna be your mountains, if wishes were horses. Is it too much? It's not too much. She put more body me, but two others I can't access. She put more body me. Ọmọ ọba ìmọ̀ ìṣojo, ọmọ ọba ìmọ̀ ìfòyà, ọmọ ọba ni mí. I wanna be a billionaire, billionaire. I wanna be a billionaire, billionaire. Ọ̀sẹ̀ náà lórí méjì o, lórí méjì o. Adénúgà lórí méjì o, lórí méjì o. I wanna be a billionaire, billionaire. I wanna be a billionaire, billionaire. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi àtàtà, you always in my mind, pàdé mi gangan. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi àtàtà,
my mind. Pardon me, gone. I cherish you with my life.
Yourself home, everything will be alright.
And if anybody tells you, there's gonna be on side.
See my shoulders, make the rest upon me.
All right, thank you very much. The University Band, may I please crave our indulgence to stand as the Vice Chancellor's procession comes in. Thank you. Please, let's be on our feet. Now the Vice Chancellor's procession, please. Now we commence the induction ceremony into full science and technology profession with the diverse anthems, national, state, and UNIMED anthem.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own native land. The tribes and tongues may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all are proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Iṣẹ́ wa fún ẹwà. tó mìíràn ní kẹjẹ ká máa lè gbà tẹ̀síwájú ọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára ọmọ Oòduà dìde bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ̀ ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ gbogbo adúláwọ̀. Creating room to pursue excellence for research and we get to all to achieve the best in our science, build a nation, change the world. Touching lives and making impact in the nation is our goal. Touching lives and making impact is how we will grow. Unime, giving up for a better tomorrow. Unime, better health for a greater nation. Pathway to a healthy nation, prioritizing medical innovation and a benchmark in education. Step by step we wanna go. Touching lives and making impact in the nation is our goal. Touching lives and making impact is how we will grow. Unime, giving up for a better tomorrow. Unime, better health for a greater nation.
Don't clap yet. Now the full science anthem. They have their own special anthem. It's a special department. Are we ready?
Nigerian Institute of Food Science and Technology is NIPS. Nigerian Institute of Food Science and Technology is NIPS. We cut across academia, industries, government policy and research with a vision of food abundance and security for Nigerians. Nigerian Institute of Food Science and Technology is NIPS. Nigerian Institute of Food Science and Technology is NIPS. We harness a lot of talents, knowledge, and skills of food experts to encourage preservation and sufficient food for the masses. Nigerian Institute of Food Science and Technology is NIPS. Nigerian Institute of Food Science and Technology is NIPS. We promote food security, food safety and sustainability. Hand in hand we will assert quality and healthy food science and technology is NIST, Nigerian Institute of Food Science and Technology is
Thank you very much. We may be seated. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of us. This is the University of Medical Sciences, acronymized as UNIMED, Ondo. The University of Medical Sciences, Ondo, is the first medical and health sciences university in Nigeria, and indeed in West Africa. This is a place to be today because we are in a celebratory mood. We are here today to celebrate the new set of professionals in the food science and technology field, and not just to celebrate them, also to remind them of the profound responsibility ahead of them after today, particularly going by your anthem, providing us with quality food. I'm particularly enamored to be anchoring this event because one thing is certain, at the end of it all today, we are going to test you whether you give us quality food or not. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to UNIMED, where we radiate excellence in all that we do. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor of this university, Professor Ebunoluwa Aderonke Adejuyigbe, Fellow Nigerian Academy of Medicine, a Professor of Pediatrics and Child Health, I welcome you to this induction ceremony. Please let's put our hands together for that, or you are not happy to be here. Without any further ado, I recognize specially this afternoon the representative of the Vice Chancellor here with us, a leader by excellence and an erudite scholar. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Professor Abdulaziz Abubakar, representing the Vice Chancellor on this occasion. I recognize the acting registrar of the institution in our midst this afternoon, Mrs. Ellen Atunwa. Also in our midst this afternoon is the coordinator of the bursary, Mr. Emmanuel Awogbemi. I recognize the coordinator of the university library, Dr. Biliamin Okwola. I especially recognize the Dean of the Faculty of Science, where Food Science and Tech is domiciled, Professor Mojisola Nkiko. I recognize also the HOD of the department, Dr. Janet Igbaro. Ladies and gentlemen, this event we are doing today is being coordinated by a central committee called the Central Induction Committee. The committee works tirelessly to ensure that things go smoothly, and we have the chairman of that committee to be Professor Wasiu Adebinkpe, who is unavoidably absent, but representing him here today and has been coordinating all the activities since morning, ensuring that things move smoothly, is the Dean Faculty of Medical Rehabilitation, Professor Teslim Onigbinde. Please a round of applause for him. I want to recognize also quickly the President, Nigerian Institute of Food Science and Technology, Dr. Bola Oshino, ably represented here today by Professor Matthew Oluwamkomi. The guest speaker for today's induction ceremony is also seated. I recognize Professor ABIODUN ADEOLA. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, there are other personalities also in this hall this afternoon, but permit me to use Dr. Fabusiwa Agbaje as a point of contact to all the academic staff in the hall. Please a round of applause for them. In our midst also this afternoon is the chairperson, Western Chapter of Nigerian Institute of Food Science and Technology, Professor Aishat Akinwande, ably represented by Professor Matthew Bolade. Please a round of applause. Also gracing this occasion is Mr. Razak Oke, National Secretary, Nigerian Institute of Food Science and Technology. I recognize all the parents in the house. Without your efforts, all you have done, we may not be gathered here to celebrate this new set of professionals. Please a round of applause for all the parents in the house. I'm aware there are also prospective food science and technologists in-house witnessing this occasion. All the undergraduates here present, we recognize you. Please a round of applause for yourselves. And especially the very important personalities present here today, the inductees. Without them, we will not be here. They have done well, and today we celebrate them. Please let's put our hands together for these inductees. And to every other person in the hall, we recognize you. Thank you very much for coming. I am Isaac Oluyi, the University PRO and the anchor for today's event. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Right now, without wasting time, I call on the acting HOD of the Department of Food Science and Technology, Dr. Janet O. Igbaro, to give our welcome address. Please let's put our hands together for her.
Thank you. The Vice Chancellor, Professor Boluwa Aderonke Adejuigbe, the Dean, Faculty of Science, Professor Mojisola Nkiko, the President, Nigerian Institute of Food Science and Technology, Dr. Bola Oshinowo, the Chairperson, West Chapter of NIST, Professor Aishat Akiwande, ably represented by Professor Matthew Bolade, the Chairman, Committee of Professional Induction, Professor Wasiu Olalekun Adebimpe, ably represented by Professor Onigbide. Our highly esteemed guest speaker, Professor ABIODUN ADEOLA, ably represented by the Associate Professor Dare Adekoyeni. All members of the podium, all deans present, HODs and lecturers here present, the inductees, our highly valued parents, the great and well-behaved students, great niece, ladies and gentlemen, it is with a great pleasure and a deep sense of honor that I welcome you to this maiden induction of food science graduates into the professional body NIFS. The Department of Food Science was established in the Faculty of Science of the University of Medical Sciences, Ondo, in the year 2020, at the instance of the call made by the university management, headed by Professor Adeshegun Olayiwola Fatusi, for the establishment of new programs in the university. The food science program was established to align with the UNIMED mission of providing exceptional quality and comprehensive health care and integrated education and research in all health-related sciences to expand access to compassionate quality health care for undeserved populations and to lead the scientific pathway for reducing burdens of diseases in our areas of operation. I want to recognize the pioneer staff of the department, where Dr. Fumilayo Joy Benga Fabusua Agbaje as the pioneer coordinator. Then late Professor Charles Taiwo Akambi, Dr. Olatunde Otutu, they serve as the adjunct lecturers. Mix Excel Jeff Agbola, Mrs. Busayo Ogunsulire, Mr. Benga Ojolo, and Ms. Ajayi Moturayo. Since then, the department has recorded significant growth in student population, contribution to the university, staff strength and quality with the appointment of more permanent academic staff members, and has benefited from the professional experience of seasoned food scientists who have served at various times as sabbatical lecturers. These include Professor Isaac Oluwalano, Professor Oluwafumi Omoba, who was one time a Dean, Faculty of Science, Professor Ellen Ayomoge, and Professor Oluwatoyin Faramade Oludaunsi. We are gathered here at a critical moment in the history of this university, where food science is playing an increasing vital role in global health, nutrition, and sustainability development. The choices we make about our diets have a profound impact on our health, well-being, and even in the prevention of diseases. The induction team impacting communities through functional foods, a pathway to sustainable development. The guest lecturer will do justice to this importance of functional food. According to the timeless philosophy by the Hippocrates, let food be your medicine and let medicine be your food. And to the great inductees, seeing it as a privilege from the Almighty God to witness today in your journey of life, as you will be inducted into the professional body of Nigerian Institute of Food Science and Technology. You are to stand for food quality. You are to stand for safety and hygiene. I want to appreciate the university management for the enabling environment and support that was provided for both staff and students. I celebrate my wonderful team, especially for the effort towards the success of the accreditation and this induction. All academic staff, Professor Oluwatoyin Oludaunsi, Dr. Fumilayo J. Benga Fabusu Agbaje, Dr. Joshua Odedeji, Dr. Kehinde Emmanuel, okay, Dr. Mary Oyewale, Dr. Gift Ewola, Mr. JT Ojolo, and Ms. Excel Jeff Agbola. And for the non-teaching staff, Mrs. Busayo Ogunsulire, Mrs. Veronica Oguye, Mrs. Mary Ajayi, I thank you all for impacting knowledge in the life of our students. And that's why we are here to celebrate them. To our wonderful parents, guardians, and well-wishers, thank you for your support throughout the 5 years of study. Congratulations to all inductees. Congratulations to the Department of Food Science. Congratulations to University of Medical Sciences, Ondo, and congratulations to NIPS. So I wish you all safe journey back to our respective destination in Jesus' name. Thank you.
Please let's put our hands together for the acting HOD. The direction I expected was actually the direction she went through. For the people in food science and technology, they work like a team. So I wasn't really surprised when she started listing names and appreciating their efforts, the collective effort in producing the first set of professionals. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Dr. Janet Igbaru one more time. Right now, I call on the Dean of the Faculty of Science, Professor Mochisola Nkiko for her address. We are just starting and you are not clapping. Are you tired?
Permit me to observe the existing protocol so that I don't start listing names again. My distinguished colleagues, respected guests, beloved parents and guardians, dear friends and dear inductees, good afternoon. Today my heart is full of gratitude and joy. We are gathered here for a moment that is both historic and deeply meaningful. The first ever induction ceremony of the Food Science and Technology program at the University of Medical Sciences, Ondo City. Moments like this remind me that when God begins a good work, He brings it to completion. And today, He has brought us here to witness the birth of a new generation of food scientists and technologists. When the program began, the vision was not simply to graduate students, but to groom professionals who would help heal communities through food research, innovation, and service. Seeing you seated here today, radiant and hopeful, tells me that we are on the right path. This year's theme, impacting communities through food, through functional foods, a pathway to sustainable development, is very dear to my heart. Food is a universal language. Food is culture. Food is medicine, and food is dignity. Food is life. And functional foods, the food you will study, design, fortify, optimize, have the power to do more than nourish the body. They have the power to strengthen immunity, prevent diseases, improve well-being, and support long-term health. This is why your profession is so important. You are stepping into a world that desperately needs thoughtful, ethical, courageous food scientists. People that can design foods that heal communities, reduce nutritional disparities, and support a sustainable development. As you take your oath today, I want you to hold to these words. Approach your work with humility, precision, and honor. Be innovative, not imitators. Be authentic, and be ambassadors of health and safety. Remember the community. Let your work touch lives. Let God guide you. Science is powerful, but wisdom comes from above. As you grow professionally, may your steps be guided by grace, insight, and compassion. Permit me to appreciate our chief host, the Vice Chancellor, our own amiable Professor Ebonluwa Aderunke Adejuigbe, for our unwavering support and visionary leadership. To our very host, Dr. Janet Igbaro, the acting head of the department, thank you for steering this program with strength, hope, and commitment. To our guest speaker, Professor ABIODUN ADEOLA, we are grateful for your presence and knowledge you bring. To the hardworking staff of Food Science Department, the Faculty Induction Committee, and all who made this day possible, the Central Working Induction Committee inclusive, thank you very much. To the parents and guardians, thank you for believing in your children and for entrusting them to our care. My dear inductees, as you take your professional oath, I want you to remember this. You are pioneers, capable, prepared, and needed. You are ready. So therefore, go and conquer the world with confidence, with integrity, with compassion, creativity, and determination. Make a difference. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you very much, ma. There is something fascinating about the inductees. They are showing to us that it does not matter the number. I love the way they are screaming. Just 6 people screaming on top of their voices. That shows the excitement. That's lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's put our hands together as I bring to this side of the divide the Vice Chancellor of the the University of Medical Sciences, Professor Ebolu Adejuigbe, ably represented by Professor Abdulaziz Abubakar.
The acting registrar, Mrs. Helen Atunwa, library coordinator, Dr. B. Popo Ola, bursary coordinator, Mr. Emmanuel Awogbemi, the guest lecturer of today, Professor ABIODUN ADEOLA, if I'm correct, the president, NIFST, Dr. Bola Osinowo, the chairman, University Induction Committee, ably represented by Professor Teslim, yes, deans of faculty have here present, parents and guardians, our prospective inductee, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor and privilege to stand before you today, this very afternoon, on behalf of my Vice Chancellor, Professor Ebolu Aderonke Adejuigbe, who is unavoidably absent, who have loved to be here physically, but for the office exigency, she has assigned me to hold forth for her to deliver this opening address on this important occasion, marking the maiden edition of induction ceremony of our fresh graduate of food science and technology. Today marks a significant milestone in your academic and professional journey. It's a day that symbolizes years of hard work, discipline, innovation, and resilience. As we know, food, science, and technology is more than just a discipline. It is a calling. At a time when the entire globe is facing challenges of food insecurity, climate change, post-harvest losses, increasing demand, and the need for sustainable food system, your expertise can never be more needed. By virtue of the training you have received in this great university, and with the knowledge and skill to transform raw material into safe, nutritious, and accessible food products, I have no doubt that you are equal to the task. You possess the tools to create innovative solutions that will bring that will shape the future of our food industry. University of Medical Science is proud of you. I'm proud of your accomplishment. Throughout your years in this great institution, We have been properly guided by committed lecturers, supported by the necessary facilities, and shaped by learning environment which is conducive, that encourages creativity, critical thinking, and ethical practice. As alumni of UNIMED, therefore, we are confident that you will step into the world as ambassador of excellence. We encourage you to embrace continuous learning and be proactive contributor in research, industry, entrepreneurship, and community service. The opportunity before you are enormous, whether in the food processing, product development, quality assurance, nutrition, safety regulation, biotechnology, or even academia. The sky is not your limit, but your beginning. To the parent and guardian, we say thank you for your unwavering support. To the faculty and staff, we appreciate your dedication to nurturing these young professionals. And to our prospective industry, we celebrate your success and believe deeply in your potential. On this note, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Ebunoluwa Aderonke Adejuigbe, I have the singular honor to declare this induction ceremony open. Thank you, and God bless you all.
We can do much better than that. Thank you so much, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with the formal declaration of the program open, may I please crave the indulgence of our induction lecturer to stand. And sir, could you please come to this side as we take your electronic citation, after which you take over from there and you have 15 minutes to deliver the lecture.
Of Professor ABIODUN ADEOLA. Professor ABIODUN ADEOLA is a professor of food processing and preservation and the deputy director of the Institute of Food Security, Environmental Resources and Agricultural Research, Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, Nigeria. He has worked with the Raw Materials Research and Development Council, Abuja, Emmanuel Alayode College of Education, Oyo, University of Ado Ekiti, Oyo Campus, and Bowen University, Iwo. His research focuses on the utilization of lesser-known crops and food processed byproducts, upgrading of indigenous technologies, characterization and utilization of composite flour and child nutrition. He has supervised more than 80 undergraduate and 18 postgraduate students. He has 92 publications in national and international journals and refereed conference proceedings. He has served as a member of the ad hoc accreditation panels of the National Universities Commission, NUC, external assessor for the evaluation of academic staff for professorial positions, external examiner for food science and technology programs at the undergraduate and postgraduate levels, visiting lecturer and professor to some Nigerian universities, quantitative research specialist consultant on final evaluation study for Feed the Future project, member of consultancy team for USAID CRS and IITA USAID, baseline, midline, and final surveys, and Senior Research Associate of Environmental and Economic Resource Center. He is a recipient of Competitive Agricultural Research Grant by West African Agricultural Productivity Program, Nigeria, World Bank Projects, TechFund National Research Fund Grant, and TechFund Institution-Based Research Grant, Nigeria. He reviews for both local and international journals. Professor Adeola is married to Mrs. Olushola Adeola, and the union is blessed with 2 children. With a resounding applause, I present to you Professor ABIODUN Aderoju Adeola.
All right. It's a great privilege to be here. Let me stand on the existing protocol as provided by the Vice Chancellor and the Head of Department. And I'm not the one delivering the lecture. It was my boss that sent me. So, and he has been able to prepare the slides by himself. And he just told me that I should come and deliver the goodwill message, and that's the reason I'm here this afternoon. So, let me quickly, because I have limited time, and impacting communities through functional foods, a pathway to sustainable development. And before I start, let me just congratulate the inductees, because before you normally refer to yourself as NAFSITE. Are you getting me now? And I know in some minutes now your nomenclature is going to change, and it's just to make you, being a professional is to make you to prosper more in life. And I pray by God's grace that will be your portion. So please clap for them. Let us cheer them up. Let us cheer them up. I could see them jubilating since. We should celebrate them. It's not easy. 5 years in the university. No be money. So impacting communities through functional foods, a pathway to sustainable development. When we talk about sustainable development, I think we are referring to sustainable development goals and of the United Nations. And the reason is for us to prosper. They want us to prosper in terms of health, in wealth. The SDG Goal 3 is talking about our wellness, that we have to be in sound health before we can be able to prosper as a nation. So, and when you look at what is happening all around the places, in fact, it has been, data have shown that out of 17 people, 1 of them will be diabetic, either type 1 or type 2. When we are talking about hypertension, 32% of Nigeria are hypertensive. So you see that there are a lot of issues when it comes to health, and the only way we can solve this particular problem is if we can be able to approach the functional foods. When you are talking about functional foods, they are food like the other, like food that we normally eat. And when you are talking about food that we normally eat, most of them majorly they contain carbohydrate, protein, vitamins, minerals, and thereabout. But nevertheless, when we are talking about functional foods, they contain more, a particular nutrient, more than the ordinary food that we have known. So by that, we know that, like what I love what the HOD said the other time, your food is your medicine, and your medicine is your food. All these things that they have been using in drugs, they are the extras from our food, either from plants or animals. And with the journey of food science now, we believe that the problem of food, health challenges thereabout, can be solved by our foods, which is being referred to as functional food, because they contain biotic ingredients. You know, like the IFT defines functional food. They say that it is essential, it provides essential nutrients often beyond quantities necessary for normal maintenance, growth, and development, and or other biological active components that impart health benefits or desirable physiological effect. That is where that is where the solution can come from. There are so many terminologies that are related to functional food. We have been hearing of nutraceuticals. Nutraceuticals is talking about, yes, they are related to functional food, but they are isolates. Like we are having functional foods that is majorly present in natural food, but nutraceuticals, they are isolates. You know, a specific nutrient being extracted and compounded, maybe sometimes encapsulated for them to be able to provide health remedy. So then we have the probiotics. In the probiotics, people we have been hearing of, take yogurt, it contains bacillus thereabout that improve the gut. Yes, when you are talking about probiotics, people normally refer to as a lactic acid bacteria or thereabout that belongs to the general, the Conostoc, Streptococcus and thereabout. But we also have some yeast that also do the same work, and because they contain all these microorganisms, some of these microorganisms, by the time you consume them, you know, one way or the other, especially when they are living, they produce certain metabolites that are very good to health, which we normally refer to as a functional, make us to refer to them as functional foods. We have the prebiotics. The prebiotics in most cases they are just like a precursor, something that will supply food to the microorganism that will make them to be able to produce better metabolites for health living. Now recently we are having different classification of probiotics. I'm looking at the terminologies. We have the postbiotics. The postbiotics is trying to refer to as some of those components that are being produced, like when you are talking about the biocomponents like butyrate, acetate. These are the metabolites being produced by the microorganisms, and when they are being produced, these are the things that we are referring to as that they act as the biotic component that perform that improve our physiological benefits. We have the parabiotics. The parabiotics is talking about, these are the ghost probiotics. You know, most of these microorganisms, when they die, when, you know, one way or the other, the peradventure during the processing of food, sometimes we pasteurize. When you pasteurize, you know, they have been incapacitated or thereabout. At that moment, those microorganisms, they also supply nutrients because they have components. They are components, sometimes they are made up of peptic thereabout that supply nutrients to the body, and some of these nutrients they can be able to provide the health remedy. The phytochemicals, these are the constituents of functional foods. These are some of the functional foods. We have the flavonoids, the phenolic acid, the carotenoid, beta carotene, lutein. Like when you look at all these lutein, beta carotene thereabout, I said the other time, our day-to-day activities, our body, you know, because of the biochemical reaction that takes place, our body produce free radicals, and what the free radical does is to destroy some of these cells when they are being produced. So some of these nutrients that is being referred to as a functional nutrient, they eradicate some of these free radicals, and at the end of the day, that is why we said that some of these nutrients, they can be able to solve the problem of hypertension, some of these vascular diseases and thereabouts. In fact, there is what we call the psychobiotic. These are some of those metabolites that work between the gut and the brain, that peradventure, if you are taking some foods that are very rich in these functional foods, they help the gut to function very well, you know, they maintain the gut, and at the same time, the brain, it makes them to coordinate better. So, one way or the other, especially we that are in academics, we know the way we work. I know that most of us, in the next 24 hours, we just sleep for 4, 6, 8 hours. In fact, it is being difficult to see somebody in academics sleeping for 8 hours, and that is what I've observed within myself. So this is one of the reasons why these functional foods, they are very, very good to us. We have the herbs and spices. All of us, we are used to herbs and spices. They are also sources of functional foods. Like we have the garlic that contains allicin. Allicin can help for hypertension. Or even when you talk about all these onion thereabouts, they are very good. They contain a particular amount of biotic components that are very good for our health. Okay, moving fast. Yes, my oga dwell much more on undautilized legumes. We know that even when you are talking about cereals contains function. They are functional foods, especially when you are consuming a whole okay, when you are consuming whole cereals, like even when you are talking about rice, brown rice is very rich in vitamin B, especially the one that contains bran. But when you talk about undautilized legumes, they are also very rich in functional nutrients. We have all these undautilized legumes like African breadfruit, the African yam. I've already given their picture. You have the mung beans, kidney bean, pigeon pea. All these ones, their consumption will be able to aid good health. So the undautilized legumes, most of them contains the carotenoids, the biotic proteins, the peptides, and other nutrients that are very good. That's why, you know, in most cases, most of us, we run, especially students thereabout, they run away from legumes. They said no, most of them, they normally believe in all this polished rice, which has not much of nutrients that are not functional in nature. So we are saying that taking legumes can improve our health. The use of germinated foods or legumes, that in the processing, because we know that there are, when in the food science, we know that by the time you process certain foods, it improves some of their nutrients, and that's why we have all this processing like fermentation, germination, or thereabout. By the time you are germinating, you know, in most cases, it improves the nutrient content of that particular food that you are germinating, and by that time, it will improve the amount of the functional nutrients that are present. These are some of the works that have shown that legumes are very rich in the functional nutrients. We have another one here. We have those ones. Yes, I'm just trying to, because of time. Now, what are we to take from this lecture? We have the professionals here. Thank God I'm seeing my ogas here one way or the other. We are, all of us, we have the role to solve the problem, the health problem in Nigeria. How do we do that? We can easily do that by the use of functional foods. You know, most of us, how much do we have in most cases to buy some of these drugs now? But because our food is our drugs, we can take this particular functional foods to people in the local communities. How do we do that? We have to select a community. Okay, you are selecting a community in Ondo State. 2, you identify community nutritional gaps. What is the problem do they have in this community? Is it hypertension? Is it cardiovascular disease? Just note, and at the end of the day, in that particular environment, you form what we call the innovation platform, because you want to solve a problem. Bring the people together. These are the challenges you are having. We want to solve the problem, and we want to solve it together. And in conjunction with the IP, that is talking about innovation platform, you choose the appropriate food commodities. After choosing the commodities, maybe one of the legumes that I've mentioned that's very common in the area, then you conduct the functional food development and testing. How do you improve the functional content of that particular food? You teach them, you ruminate together, you let them be aware. Then you have to train the IP members on the functional food production. How do they produce it? Is it by fermentation? Is it by germination? Whichever way they are going to do it, that will make sure that it is more efficient. Then we have the collaboration, because you cannot do it alone. With NGO, with government, you know, that we are talking about SDG goals, it is going to end by 2030. By now, they have just been able to accomplish 70% of the goals, which shows that we have a lot to do. As professionals, this is our calling. Our calling is to solve the nutritional problem of our society. You see, you can see Professor ABIODUN ADEOLA is the one with in glasses. He was sitting there interacting with proposed project beneficiary, because he has done it before. And all of us, we can emulate him. Innovation platform meeting, that is just that. You could see him addressing, introducing the mission to the community, which is what we have been called to come out to do. Then we have, in conclusion, integrating functional foods into community diet promotes a more resilient food system. Yes, and it improves public health. Then, for us to be able to meet up with the SDG 3 by 2030, all our hands must be on deck. As professionals, all of us, we have to work together, and that is where they can be able to feel our impact. On the last note, my parting shot, thank God the HOD said it, we should let food be our medicine and our medicine be our food. And when diet is wrong, medicine is of no use. And when diet is correct, medicine is of no need. When we manage ourselves together, eat the right food, there's no way we will say that we are going to the hospital, because everything we need to solve our health issues, they are available around us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. When diet is wrong, medicine is of no use. When diet is correct, medicine is of no need. We are celebrating our new professionals today. And when all we do is to talk and talk and talk, when we are celebrating people, the celebration also may not be meaningful. On that note, I want to call on the university band, the best university band in the world, to entertain us in the next 5 minutes, relax our nerves. Music is food to the soul. Are you ready? Or you are not ready? I should skip you and move to another thing. Thank you. Please, let's give them a round of applause.
Good afternoon, everybody. This song is dedicated to the beautiful memories that we have all shared together, and to one of our band members, ABA, that is also being inducted today. ABA, congratulations to you, and congratulations to you all.
Here's to the ones that we've got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not, 'cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones that today Those are the ones that we lost on the way, 'cause the dreams bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back you. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain. When I believed in forever, that everything gets the same. But my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. 'Cause I can't try to call you, but I know you one day. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Everything gon' be alright. Go raise a glass and say, here's to the ones that we got. Oh, cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. But the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Oh, toast to the ones that are today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. Do 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 do. Memories bring back you. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost. When I thought of the hatred was too powerful to stop. But my heart will like the number on this lighting of the dark. I carry torches for you, but I know we won't die. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Everything gon' be alright. Go raise a glass and say, cheers to the one that we got. Oh, cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. No. Toast to the ones that are today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. Do 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 do. Bring back memories, bring back you. Do 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 do. Please bring back memories, bring back you. Yeah. No. Memories bring back you.
Thank you very much. Please let's appreciate the band one more time. A round of applause for them. Beautifully done. Thank you. Now I call on the acting HOD, Food Science and Tech, Dr. Janet Igbaro, to present the inductees to the Council, NIFST Council now.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll be inviting the inductees. I want to use this privilege to appreciate Mr. Razak, okay? If he has not been here, it would have been impossible for us to have this induction. So I invite the inductees, Agbola Happiness, Omobobola, Ayola Oluwato Simile, Bello Moyi Oluwa Precious, Ẹ̀san Mary Modúpẹ́, Ẹ̀ṣọ́ Ìbọ̀lá Olúwapẹ̀lúmi, the only man in the house, Ọbáyanjú Olúwakórèdé Nífẹ̀mí. I hereby present the inductees.
Could you please step back a bit? And now I want to call on the President, Nigerian Institute of Food Science and Technology, Dr. Bola Oshinowo, ably represented by Professor Matthew Oluwamukomi. Is going to be doing a 3-in-1 exercise, and I'm sure because we are working with time and they also need to buy time, we are going to get this right. The address and administration of oath by him, and presentation of licenses, and finally admission of these inductees into the council. Ladies and gentlemen, Please let's put our hands together for Professor Matthew Oluwamukomi as he conducts this exercise.
Vice Chancellor, ably represented by a professor, the dean of the college. I want to beg you to allow me to stand on the existing protocol so as not to waste time. But then I have an addition to that protocol. And the addition I have to it is that I want to appreciate Dr. Mrs. Agbaje, the chairperson of this committee that organized this program. She was the HOD that nominated me to be the external examiner for this my children. My coming here today is symbolic. It's symbolic in the sense that I was the external examiner that examined them. And during the time, I found them to be an exception of exceptional quality. I found them to be very versed in academics. I examined their papers in the first semester, second semester, and examined their write-up. And I found everything to be of exceptional quality. So, and I can vouch for them anywhere they are going. They are going to perform very well and they are going to excel. So I say congratulations to you. I have some brief to tell you about LIFT. Nigerian of Science and Technology is a registered non-profit making body representing professionals drawn from academia, industry, and government and research organizations. We have a vision, we have a mission. Vision to provide good food and abundant food for all through service to humanity. And mission to harness the abundance of talents, knowledge, and skill among food professionals. The profession of food science and technology became chartered with the establishment of Nigerian Council of Food Science and Technology Act A to LFN of 16 October 2019 and was signed to law by the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari. That was a vision that we were looking for in those days when I was a student. I was one of the 6 set of students at IFE then. From there, we used to say, what's going to happen to food science and technology? But I thank God that during my life, I was able to see, hear, and experience the bringing to chapter of this our institute. So I say congratulations to NIFT. NIFT is situated in Lagos State in FIRO, Federal Institute of Industrial Research, Oshodi. And the secretariat also owns the secretariat of WAFOS, a West African Food Science and Technology, another regional affiliate of the International Union of Food Science and Technology. Through teaching and practice of food science and technology, NIFT has contributed tremendously to phenomenal interest in the study of food science and technology as a course. Nigerian Food Science and Technology believes in partnership through collaboration, consultation, and cooperation with other bodies. Today, NIFS has organized 48 annual general meetings and conferences where members converge every year to brainstorm, discuss, and proffer solutions on thought-provoking issues related to food profession. Another area of focus is the biannual publication of Nigerian Food Journal. This journal was first published in 1983 and has remained an annual publication of the Institute to date, and now is rated among the top 3 scientific journals by Elsevier. And there's another magazine called the Food Forum magazine, which is coordinated by the Secretariat of NIFS. The governance of NIFS is through a body of trustees and governing council to pilot the affairs of NIFS. And the governing council is made up of principal officers elected at AGM, chapter chairman, and committee chairman. The corporate affairs, scientific and training, and the student affairs committee are coordinated by the Vice President 1, and the NIFS National Day is usually celebrated on the 6th of June every year. Members of NIFS is comprised of student member, associate member, professional member, honorary member, fellow, honorary fellow, and corporate member. The one to which you are going to belong to any moment from now is the professional membership, which shall be a person who has HND, BSc, or BTech in food science and technology, or food science or food technology. I therefore congratulate you, career. Congratulations. After now, and when you finish your NYSC, the title of member Nigerian Institute of Food Science and Technology shall be attached to your name. Congratulations. As you are rounding off your career in the university and going to the NYSC for the service to your country, I therefore wish you a successful and prosperous outing. God bless you all. I will now administer the oath. Unto you, by saying after me.
The inductees, you have a copy of the oath. Can you go and pick it up? And you are going to recite it after our president.
You will mention your name. I, say after me, I, include your name, do solemnly swear that as a new graduate of Food Science and Technology, I shall bear true allegiance to the Nigerian Institute of Food Science and Technology. I shall uphold our Constitution and support our mission and vision. I shall at all times strive to maintain the best professional ethics and discharge my professional duties to the best of my ability. I shall not be involved in any professional misconduct. I shall also support these programs and activities and contribute to our growth. I shall make myself available for public presentation to receive my professional membership certificate of NIFS upon presentation of my National Youth Service Corps discharge or exemption certificate. So help me God.
So help me God. Amen. So that oath you have with you, please don't forget to sign it and return it to me before we leave. So we are calling on the Obanyoju Olukorede to come and collect his certificate. Clap for him. It's not easy to be inducted into NIT. Esho Ibuola, can you come up and collect your certificate? Let's clap for her. Let's clap for her. Ẹ̀san mo dúpẹ́ hem. Bello Moyoluwa Precious. Ayola Precious. Agbola Happiness. Agbola Happiness.
So much, sir. Can we please put our hands together for the representative of the NIFST president and ladies and gentlemen, you can turn, show your certificates to them and then march back to your seat. Please, let's go back to our seat. Sir, you will do. Please, let's put our hands together for them one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, I said something that's beyond celebration. There is also the need for us to acknowledge the profound responsibility ahead of these new professionals. For this reason, somebody will be charging them now for 120 seconds, which is 2 minutes. I want to call on the chairperson, Western Chapter of Nigeria Institute of Food Science and Technology, Professor Aishat Akinwande, represented by Professor Matthew Bolade, to charge the new professionals just for 2 minutes. Please, let's put our hands together. 2 minutes. And sir, your time has already started counting. And I will stand by you counting the time.
Thank you. Yes. Please permit me to stand on the existing protocol as established by the head of the head of department. One particular things that I need to talk about as our students are being inducted today is the area of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is a growing potential in our field now. And how do we go about this? So that's the admonition for you from the chapter chairperson. Now, the strategy to go about entrepreneurship as you are going out as a member of the institute are these. First of all, you have to identify unmet need in terms of gaps in our food system and the challenges that can be solved with your knowledge and skill. So this is strategy number one. Entrepreneurship is very important. It's a growing potential in our field. Strategy number two, developing innovative solutions by applying for scientific background to create novel products, processes, and services that can address some needs effectively and efficiently. That is strategy number two. Another strategy that can be adopted when you are developing entrepreneurship in our area is that you need to create economic value through successful food businesses that can contribute to job creation and economic growth of our nation. And lastly, strategy number 4 is impacting lives by providing access to safe, nutritious, and affordable food that can directly improve the health and well-being of Nigeria. Also, as you are going out, there are other things that you need to have at the back of your mind. That your service as a member of this institute, your contribution is a service to humanity. It's a service to humanity. Every product you develop, every research you study, in your conduct, every policy that you can influence, you make sure you impact the people. There's a positive impact you must have on the millions of lives. The another thing you must bear in mind as you are going out is that there's a need for you to have integrity. Our professions requires integrity. You can't be an inductee, a professional member of NIFT, and then you are now found to be involved in courtesan, you are found to be involved in 419. No, because you must not bring bad names to the institute, and even to your family name. So bear this in mind. So lastly, I want to extend profound gratitude to the Vice Chancellor of this university and other principal officers. That is University of Medical Sciences Ondo, the Dean of Faculty of Sciences, the Acting Head of Department, distinguished lecturers, other dedicated support staffs, and contribution to the success of this particular event. All parents are highly appreciated. Guidance and well-wishers are cherished for their support. Congratulations all our inductees. Congratulations to the University of Medical Sciences Ondo. Congratulations to NIFT. Thank you all.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please let's give him a round of applause. That was beautifully done, precise, straightforward, and highly invaluable speech. Thank you so much, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are at that point where we want to recognize excellence amidst the newly inducted professionals, and not just recognizing excellence, also rewarding excellence. May I please crave the indulgence of the Dean, Faculty of Science, to stand as I call on the overall best student from this set of professionals, the pioneer food, science and technology professionals of the University of Medical Sciences, Ondo. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a crucial moment. Do we want to know the best? Are we really ready for this? Ladies and gentlemen, the overall best student is Mudupe Mary.
Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champion, for the champions. Stand up for the champion, for the champions. Stand up for the champion, for the champions. Stand up.
Please let's put our hands together for her. On behalf of our class, she's going to give us a very short speech as the valedictorian. Ms. Deb.
I'm standing on existing protocol. Standing on existing protocol, I want to say a very big thank you to the university, to the faculty, the department, my classmates too. You guys are the best. My department, my lecturers, you all gave me a very good journey. You made my life easy, and I owe it to you today because I couldn't have come this far without you. And my overall thanks and my gratitude to God because He pulled me through thick and thin to this point. It's not by my power, not by my mind, and I'm grateful. Thank you, UNIMED. Thank you, the Faculty of Sciences. Thank you, the Food Science Department. And thank you to my classmates and the whole departments in general. You all are recognized. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir.
Please let's put our hands together for her. There's something unique about what she just did. You know, she didn't write it down. She wasn't prepared for it. When I said she will give a speech, say, oh, and she has just done it very well. A round of applause for her. I learned the institute. Is it the institute now or the Western chapter? The institute has a package for the Vice Chancellor of the university. May I please call on the representative of the VC to receive the package from the institute. Please, let's put our hands together for the institute as that is done. And photographers, please capture the moment so that we can document it appropriately. Thank you. You can do it there, sir. And you don't have to speak to it. Present it.
Yeah. In the course of this presentation, we make mention of the Gazette recognizing our institute being chartered. Officially, we want to present the Gazette to the Vice Chancellor.
Thank you. And now we are edging close to the end of the program. Dr. Funmi Benga Fabusiwa Agbaje will be doing the vote of thanks, and she has 60 seconds to do the vote of thanks. Please, a round of applause for her.
I'm here to give the vote of thanks for the maiden induction ceremony. My name is still Dr. Funmilayo Joy Begavafusiwa Agbaje. Standing on the existing protocol, it is with immense gratitude that I rise to express our heartfelt appreciation for today's momentous occasion. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Ebola Aderonke Adeduyigbe, ably represented by Professor Remi Abubakar, whose visionary leadership continues to steer this great institution towards excellence. The Dean, Faculty of Science, Professor Mojisola Igiko, and the school management. We thank the Almighty God for the gift of life, gift of good food, good health, and the opportunity to gather here today. Our heartfelt appreciation goes to the Honorable President of the National Institute of Food Science and Technology, Dr. Bola Osnowo, ably represented by Professor Oluwamukomi, the NIST Western Chapter Chairperson, Professor Bola A. Akinwade, ably represented by Professor Bolade Matthew, our able NIST National Secretary, Mr. Rasak. Okay. Thank you for honoring us with your presence and for sharing your invaluable insight, despite the fact that our students are few in number. We do not take this for granted. Your contribution inspires us to strive for greatness. We are grateful. We celebrate and appreciate our distinguished guest lecturer, Professor ABIODUN ADEOLA, ably represented by Dr. Adekoyeni Dare, for a lecture well delivered. Our prophet gratitude goes to the Chairman Central Education Committee, Professor Wasu Adebimpe, ably represented by Professor Teslim Olubide. The school choir, we appreciate you. The media, the PRO units, and all the members of the Central Organizing Committee for making today a huge success. To our dear and noble and dynamic Dean, Faculty of Science, Professor Mojisola Igiko, staff of Faculty of Science, staff of Department of Food Science and Technology, the pioneer coordinator of Department of Food Science, and the chairperson, Faculty Education Committee, Dr. Funmilayo Joy Begavafusiwa Agbaje, the past head of department, Professor Eni Omode, the acting head of department, Dr. Janet Igbawo, and our dear and noble students, we acknowledge your immense contribution to the progress of our department. Congratulations to the parents of the inductees. To the many inductees, congratulations. Today marks the beginning of an exciting journey. Kindly embrace the challenges and the opportunities. Be good ambassador of the department. Big congratulations to the best graduate students, Miss Modupe Eson, who happen to be my project students. Your perseverance and dedication paid off. Thank you for not giving up on yourself, even when you wanted to give up. Our great maiden inductees, your future is bright. Keep determined big. Stay curious and never stop pushing boundaries. The world is waiting for your impacts. No food, no earth. Functional food, functional earth. Appreciation to all the food scientists in the house. Thank you for coming. We love you and we appreciate you. Thank you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen. All right, thank you very much, Dr. Fabusiwa Agbaje. I asked her not to read, but it's their day. She read it. We will meet in camera, and then you pay your fine. Now, there is something unique about this particular set, being the maiden edition. The maiden inductees, I noticed that there are 6, meaning that you are indeed the work of God's creation. Okay, you know God created man on the 6th day, so your 6 is symbolic. And now you also have a man, just one man amidst you. I told him when he was going that your name should actually be Balogun. I was wondering why they gave him another name. It's more like Balogun Leyin Obirin. You are blessed to amidst men. Only you with 5 women. That is indeed unique. Please let's put our hands together for these ones. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, whatever has a beginning must surely have an end. We have come to the end of this induction ceremony, and on behalf of the Vice Chancellor of the University of Medical Sciences, Ondo, Professor Ebun Olua Aderunke Adejuyigbe, we say a big thank you to everybody who has graced this occasion. We'll be closing this ceremony with the Unimed Anthem. And please, while we are standing after the Unimed Anthem, we remain standing there for the procession to leave the hall in reverse order. May I crave our indulgence to stand as we bring this ceremony to a close with the Unimed Anthem. Thank you.
Excellence for research, and we care to all to achieve the best in our sciences. Build a nation, change the world, touching lives and making impact in the nation is our goal. Touching lives and making impact is how we will go. Give it all for a better tomorrow. Nation. Pathway to a healthy nation. Possessing medical innovation. And a benchmark in health education. Step by step in one accord. Touching lives and making impact in the nation is our goal. Touching lives and making impact is how we will grow. Tomorrow, Unimed, better health for a greater nation.
Now the procession